So, today we're going to be working on this one here and this one here. And it all revolves around this. Well, hopefully it does. Now, when I built my John Goss with my dad, my younger brother at the time thought it would be really interesting to have his own car, and he chose one of what that was in Dad's collection, and he chose this one. Now, what he chose was this XA Falcon. This is the one he liked, which, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure as to why. This is the only 6-cylinder in here. It's brown, it didn't have factory aircon, and it's got like a brown beige interior. It's like the fuddy-duddy spec out of all the cars that are here. But he loves it. He absolutely adores it, and he thinks it's fantastic. And right now there's a problem with it. We're not getting fuel to the carburetor. So we're gonna try and do that. It had a new fuel pump just recently, and it's just having issues at the moment. So we're gonna see if we can't suck fuel up into the fuel pump. This probably has some old fuel in it, so we might drain the whole thing, to be honest with you, and give it a shot from there. So, sucking the fuel out of the fuel tank. I want to try and suck it through the lines itself, so I've got this set up. The only drama, so this is a fuel pump, fuel filter, all the standard stuff. Only drama, this is a low pressure fuel pump, so I don't know if it's going to be strong enough this far away from the tank to be able to suck any fuel out. We'll see and hope for the best. Well, that's a good sign. Pull it. Yep. Alright. See if we can get some fuel up there. Let's give it a crank. Choke on. Everything's out the way. I just had the can. Oh, there it is. So we still don't have any fuel at the carb, which could be fuel pump, but it is new, so I don't want to assume it's that. I'm going to take the top of the carb off to see if there's any fuel in the bowl. I don't have a new gasket, so I'm going to have to reuse the old gasket. We'll have to replace it down the line or get some gasket paper or something like that. But I want to see if there's fuel up there. If there's fuel up there, that means we've got something wrong with the carburetor. So that's what we're going to check next. We're going to pull that apart. Bone dry in there. Alright, let's fill that with fuel. Any Pepsi residue will be like a boost of power. So fuel pump is working by the looks of it. I've just cracked this line here and fuel started coming out with pressure. So, but it's not getting into the bowl. So something, one of those fittings is blocked or something like that. So that's what we'll tackle next. It could be the float. It could be the float's gummed up with something. I don't know. We'll pull it apart and we'll have a look. Got to be careful this time too. Now it's full of fuel and the motor's warm. We don't want it to spontaneously combust. So I might actually put this underneath it to try and catch any fuel. All right. Oh, that wasn't too bad. It would appear our little jet, which you probably cannot see, is blocked. Cool. So let's explain what's happening here. So where we're at is we're at the float where the fuel goes into. That float is a pivot point and it has a little lever that pushes up against this bit. These are connected to the fuel line. So on the other end of the float, there's a lever that pushes this plug into where the fuel line is, and that blocks up the fuel. So no more fuel can come through. As the float drops, more fuel's allowed in. So we're gonna reassemble this, put this all back together. I've given it a clean now, and hopefully that is our problem resolved. Let's give it a crack. Let's give it a crack. Put that there for now. Check out. Now, it does have those old gaskets that I didn't replace in the carb, so we'll have to do that at some point. Now we'll just monitor and make sure it doesn't leak. Right, let's take it for a spin.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Temperature's looking good. Oh, she's dusty in the sunlight. Broke down. Manky fuel plus I need another rocker cover gasket. The one that's holding in there for a breather. I'm basically losing pressure. I've got like no vacuum in there. So question is now, do I push on? No, I'm gonna turn around and then park it back up and we'll get a rocker cover gasket into it. Might even have one in my shed actually. We'll go to my shed. Let's see if we can fix this with what I've got on hand. Hopefully, I've got a gasket to suit. We shall soon see. Let me show you what we're dealing with here. So, that there is a breather. It's meant to plug in like that. Fantastic, all hunky-dory. The problem is, I don't have the same gasket, but I can make one. But I'm thinking, look, you can get these gaskets brand new. It's not a gasket, is it? It's more of an O-ring. Not an O-ring, what do you call them? Grommet. You can get these grommets brand new. I reckon we'll put it back in the shed, we'll order a grommet and we'll do it properly because I don't know the temperature rating of this. So I'd rather get the right thing. And also it would be good to, in case we drop anything into the engine, that it's cooler so I can get to it. So we'll park it up for now, come back to it later on. So whilst we wait for parts on that one, I'm actually going to drain the fuel. I'm draining it at the moment. So then we can fill it up with fresh fuel and it will run even better. We'll work on this. Now before we go cracking into this car too much, let's talk about it. So, Cobra number 115. See on the sticker there that the one's been tampered with. I think it was the first 100 of these cars went racing, and someone tried to make this car more valuable once upon a time by putting a 0 where the 1 is. Lo and behold, that 0 was ripped off and it's left a mark, which is a bit unfortunate. Anyway, this one's a special one for Dad more than anything. He drove this car back when he was a kid. It was his boss. His boss let him drive it once or twice, right? He then, later on, really wanted, this was one of his dream cars, he wanted to buy it. He found out that this car was that very car, so he purchased it. Unfortunately, the original motor was blown up. Bit of a letdown. But this motor's been worked a little bit, it's got a bit more power, it goes like all hell. Except it doesn't, because we've got a fueling issue. So, once again, we'll try and get fuel up here. By the looks of it, there's nothing in the filter at the moment. It could be fuel pump, or there could be something stuck in the lines. I don't know, but we'll fiddle around with it. We'll see what we can do. First, let's just crank it over and see if we can get this bowl to get anything in it. See if we can make some noise. Certainly made noise, but haven't got much going on there. Yeah, righto. Okay,
fun.
I don't even think we've got jack stands here, do we? Oh, we do. Right, let's jack it up.
Stay fly, hustle through the sky, moonwalk on clouds. Stack it up, cheddar, feeling better, proud. Mind sharp, cutting through vibes, samurai sword. Dropping bars, hit like a freight train aboard. Stage lights reflect dreams, mirrored ambition. Chasing glory in the chaos, no permission. Quick wit, sharp tongue, arrows in the dark. Navigating life, playing like a park. Busta rhymes taking over, no one can ignore. From the alleyways to the grand concert hall floor. Putting pieces together, call it life's jigsaw. Rise from the ashes, feelings never withdraw. Cold nights, warm dreams, hustling for the cream. Every block another challenge, never what it seems. Silent whispers in the wind, secrets unfold. Weave stories with rhythm, iron thread to gold. Past troubles, now chapters in a book. Flipping the pages, never a second look. Running fast, marathon and vibes so fleet. Corner to corner, city to city, life beats. Eyes on the prize, never blink.
Well, that's a bit of a pain in the ass. Need a new fuel pump. That's what I think at least. So until we get one, there's not much more I can do. I suppose I could take it off, but then we've got a cavity into the motor, which you don't really want. So, needs a fuel pump, and then we can go from there. Ah, all right, let's reassemble. Drain the rest of fuel out of that one, and we'll be done. Didn't like every time I use this mount, I just end up drooling all over me. Blood boxes decided to let go. That's mildly annoying. Oh, it's actually like broke. Brother's gonna take better care of his car. Right, we'll work on this. So this is a really cool. Is it really cool?